Good morning, good morning, good morning, Dr. Mac. I want to talk with you just a little bit about this season. We know the Christmas season is usually a season for family, friends, and loved ones to get together. And for those of you who are religious, to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. However, during this time, there is always an aspect of isolation that so many people feel. Well, for number one, some of their family members who they have celebrated with last year is no longer with them this year. So there is a void and there is a hole that is present within their lives. For others, family members cannot come to them for one reason or the other. So the whole aspect of isolation and loneliness step in at this time of the year. For those of you who live in the north, where it is very cold and sometimes snow, it adds to the level of isolation. The dark nights and the lack of sunlight and the constant falling of snow that prevent others from coming to you and for you going out create a problem within itself. So how do you handle depression in this season? Well, there is a phrase that psychologists use. They call it seasonal affective disorder. And this disorder affects those and increase their level of depression. How do you manage this level of depression? Well, if you are on medication, I would encourage you to make sure that you religiously take your medication to help you manage the sense of depression and loneliness. But there are other things that you can do with your medication or without your medication. You can go for a walk, dressing up, bundling up when it's cold, but going out in the sunlight can lift your spirit and bring a smile to your face. In going out, you will observe so many different things on the outside that you will not observe on the inside. And going out for a walk is very beneficial. For those of you who have access to a gym or a swimming pool, those are important activities to add to your daily schedule. And if you can develop a plan whereby you can walk 2 or 3 or 4 times a week, or go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, and do it consistently for the next 6 weeks, that will help you get through some of this season. There are some things, though, that you might want to avoid. You might want to avoid excessive use of alcohol. And you might want to decide that this would be a good time to quit smoking. And there might be other habits that might add to your depression that you might really want to work on. You see, our bodies have a way of responding to some of the things that we use to help it in isolation. And for those who cannot come to you, maybe you can take advantage of the electrical developments that we have, such as FaceTime, and that might be another way of communicating to your loved ones through FaceTime. And of course, phone calls. it's important that you're not allow yourself to be sucked into any particular habit that you find it difficult to come out of. So balance is a very important aspect in helping you to reduce depression and manage stress in your life. Let's talk about managing stress. Now, you know that you just cannot totally remove stress from your life, but you can manage the amount of stress that comes into your life so that it does not overwhelm you and overtake you. Managing stress means that you are still in control. The circumstances and the situation does not control you, but you control the circumstance and situation. One of the biggest things that affect depression is the way we think. And I would like to encourage you to, look at your pattern of thinking. If you think gloomy thoughts or negative thoughts, it will increase your depression. But if you have a sense of hope and a sense of positive thinking, that will help you to overcome the circumstance and the situation from which you feel depressed. Now, there is a saying that goes like this: don't stress over little things. Don't allow the little things that you have no control of to stress you out. Ask yourself this question: can I control it? And if it's no, then don't worry about it. You work with it or live with it. Let's talk about the weather. You have no control over the weather, whether it's snow or don't snow, or whether it's cold or hot, or whether there is wind or storm. You have no control over the weather. So therefore, don't stress about the weather. But you can manage the weather. If it's cold, you can bundle up and feel warm. If it's raining, you can go on the inside and look out and watch the rain on the outside. So there are a lot of things that you cannot control, so don't stress over it. Think about the small things that you can control and the small things that you have control over, and that will get you through. That's right. The small things that you can have control over is what you eat, how you think, how you can change your feelings. You have control over these things. What you listen to, what you hear. Sometimes putting on some beautiful music can help you relax. Sometimes taking relaxation exercises or yoga classes. Some of these things can help you through this time of the season. And if you have a friend that you want to be accountable to, that too is very important, to be accountable to your friend. If you take advantage of some of these tips to get you through this season, you will find that you can control any depression that comes into your life, and it would not control you. For those of you who will be celebrating Christmas, a Merry Christmas. And as we look forward to the new year, I hope it will bring a new perspective into your life, and you would look forward to the blessings and the challenges that await you. And with challenges comes the victory. So may God bless you, and again, enjoy the season to the best of your abilities.